Welcome to Lines Behind Business, the podcast that shines a light on the diverse experiences of students here at Lambton College. I'm your host, Emily Mackey, a current business student on the journey myself. In each episode, we'll explore what it's really like to study business here at Lambton College, from classroom to co-op and everything in between. Plus, a glimpse into what's waiting for you after graduation. Whether you're tuning in to learn, laugh, or feel a little more connected, you're in the right place. So grab your headphones, settle in, and let's get started. On today's episode, I'm excited to introduce to you Ella Perry, a graduate from the Business Administration program. She's here to share her journey, challenges, and what she's learned along the way, both inside and outside the classroom.
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Ella Perry. I'm from Sarnia, Ontario. I studied business administration at Lambton College, and then I later continued my education through the Nipissing pathway program to earn my Honours Bachelor of Commerce degree. I've always been super passionate about communication, social media, and people-focused work. Today I'm living in Austria with my fiancé who plays professional hockey and building my career in marketing, fully remote, as well as doing social media and affiliate marketing. I'm excited to be here to talk about my journey, why I chose Lambton, and how the pathway to Nipissing shaped my future and what I'm doing now.
Exciting.
It is exciting.
So on today's episode, we want to focus on your journey here at Lambton.
Yeah.
So my first question, of course, is what inspired you to choose the business administration program here at Lambton?
Yeah, so there was a few key reasons why I chose Lambton College, and honestly, it just felt like the right fit from the start. I was born and raised in Sarnia, so I have some local pride there, and I love the idea of staying close to home while starting my post-secondary education. I was able to live with my parents, so that was a huge factor on the financial side. Staying local helped me save money on living expenses, tuition, and I honestly think Lambton College is a lot more affordable than going straight to university for 4 years. So it gave me the chance to invest in my future without the overwhelming financial pressure. I also really enjoyed the smaller class sizes. You're not just a number at Lambton. I think it's more of a learning environment that feels personal, so you can get to know your professors, they can get to know you, make some friends.
Perfect. So were there any courses or professors that really had a big impact on you?
Yeah, so I would say Matt Hutchinson had a big impact on me. In his entrepreneurship class, it was very hands-on, and it got me comfortable with speaking in front of people, working for actual clients, and I actually ended up using a lot of my experience in his class on my resume, which I think helped me get the job that I have today.
Wow. So would you say it's a lot more hands-on learning and you're actually prepared for what you do after school rather than just textbooks and reading?
Totally. I think that one thing that stood out to me was how hands-on everything was here. It's not just about theory. Everything that we learned was tied to real-world business skills. So it really made the transition into university later and then the workforce much smoother. The professors here are amazing. They really care about your success, and they're always willing to help or give advice. I always felt super supported. And I can't say enough how flexible and helpful the pathway planning was. From early on, I knew what I wanted to do going into that Nipissing pathway, and Lambton made it so easy and gave me every single resource and tool that I would need to get there, and a lot of guidance, so it helped me get into that position confidently.
Did you feel outside of professors that you were supported in the school no matter where you were?
Absolutely, yeah. I think every single sector of the college is looking to help you. They're all very focused on student success, which is amazing.
That's great. So looking back, what was one of your most memorable moments for you here at Lambton College?
I would say my most memorable moment was for sure the second semester of entrepreneurship. So it's a 2-part course. You take one half in the first semester and then the other in the second. And from the moment I started in that class, it was presentations pretty early on. And although it was small class sizes, I was so nervous. But then by the end of the course in the second semester, I was able to get up there and show like real world feasible thing that we had created. And I went up there so confidently and was able to talk to my class without a script. So just to see the development from the beginning to the end of just growth and again, really like set me up for the future.
Wow, I'm excited to take that course.
Yes.
A few more years, but really hyping it up. I'm excited. Is there something you know now that you wish you had known going into Lambton College?
Yeah, I think honestly just enjoy every second of it because it goes by so quick. My whole entire education from starting at Lambton to finishing Nipissing felt like the blink of an eye, really. Like it seems overwhelming when you step into it, how much school it seems like you have ahead of you. But it goes by so fast. So I think just really soak it up and enjoy it.
Great. So, as mentioned, Ella had graduated from the Nipissing University pathway. So, she had the unique opportunity to graduate with a full degree with just 16 extra months of school and at nearly half the cost of a traditional university route. Can you walk us through your experience in the Nipissing pathway? What made you decide to take the route?
Yeah, so the pathway works, how it works is pretty simple. After you complete your 3-year business diploma at Lambton, you can transfer directly into Nipissing's Bachelor of Commerce program. So again, what drew me to this pathway was that it was very cost effective. It also helped save time, and it offered a really smooth transition. It really didn't feel like I was starting over. It felt like I was just building on everything that I had already learned. And the coursework at Nipissing was a little more intensive, of course, but I felt very prepared based off of what I learned here at Lambton. There was also great student support, and I felt like I could adapt quickly to that university feel expectations. It was challenging a little bit, but I think in the best way possible, it helped me grow both academically and personally.
Did you feel like you had support from Lambton College even though you were technically still a Nipissing University student?
Yeah, it was always offered to me from the beginning that I could come into Lambton and study or use the facilities or whatever the help. Matt always said that if I needed any help or had any questions, I could come talk to them. So yeah, it was like, honestly felt like I was still a big part of Lambton even though I was technically at Nipissing.
Nice. So would you say your time at Lambton College really prepared you for the university level at Nipissing? Because I know as a student looking to take that path myself, my main concern is what's the difficulty level like compared to Lambton?
Yeah, so Lambton gave me a really solid academic foundation for sure. I definitely wouldn't say that I was overwhelmed when I started at Nipissing because I had strong study habits and confidence in myself as a student. I think the academic level, there's a few courses that maybe are a little bit more difficult, but the actual hands-on experience at Lambton, I think almost was, I don't want to say better, but a little bit.
Okay, you can say that.
Yeah. So it helped me gain a lot of clarity about what I wanted in a career. And I discovered that what I love to do based off of Lambton. So I learned that I love working with people, solving problems, being creative. So by the time I was done with Lambton, I kind of knew I wanted to go in the more marketing HR side as opposed to finance and accounting. So what's nice at Nipissing is you can kind of tailor the courses you choose to what you like. Mm-hmm. So then I was able to choose a lot of marketing and HR courses. And now we'll get into that later, but that's what I'm doing now is marketing. And I actually ended up graduating with a concentration in human resources from Nipissing, which I didn't even really mean to do. I was just picking courses that I liked. And then in my last semester, they were like, yeah, we can add that to your degree that you actually have a concentration in human resources. So it's easy to do if you just focus on what you're into, take those courses, and then I think you'll be very well prepared at the end.
I believe you took the online option. Yeah. Did that make it more difficult?
I think that I was a COVID student, so I really developed those skills early on time management, communication, teamwork, all remotely via Zoom, or I think it was Teams actually. So I think that helps me a lot. If you think that you can do that, like if you think you can work well online, then I think that path was great. You can choose whether you want to do like scheduled Zoom calls, so you go on and actually they teach you just as it was during COVID, or there's self-taught where it's basically just the slides and then you go through them on your own. Or as you mentioned, you can also go into the school if you want to as well. So I think whatever you feel the most comfortable with or whatever you're learning, how you learn best, you can kind of tailor that and do it that way.
Oh, that's good to hear. Can't wait. So now, if you want to tell us a little bit about what you're doing after you graduated.
Yeah, so I just accepted a position. It's an associate account manager position for a company called All Inclusive Marketing. It's kind of more tailored to affiliate marketing, which a little background, as I was saying before, I was living in Austria last year because my fiance plays hockey there. So I was on just a visa, so I couldn't work there. So I was trying to figure out what I could do instead to try and make a little extra money while finishing my degree, which I did fully online, graduated in December. So that was also amazing. I know that my situation's kind of different, but it was awesome that I could finish my degree across the world, which is pretty rare. So I actually started doing content creation just for fun, posting TikTok videos, which then got me into an Amazon influencer program. So it's a affiliate program where you can make on-site and off-site commissions based off of reviewing products, whether it's on TikTok or actual Amazon page. So I did that, which was huge to put on my resume, and I think was a big reason that I then got this marketing affiliate program. So obviously my degree and everything that I did there, and then adding on little things I could do on the side.
Yes.
Yeah, so I start in a week. I start a week today.
Exciting.
So yes.
adult job.
Yes, it's so crazy.
So how did your education here shape your path after graduation?
I think that it really grew me as a person for sure. It gave me confidence. Obviously, I feel like I learned so much. I don't feel like I'm going into a job and being like, okay, like, what did I actually learn?
Yeah.
That was always my biggest concern. I'm like, yeah, you're learning things, but then it's like, how do you apply it to your actual job? And I don't feel that way. I feel like I have a really good foundational knowledge of honestly everything across the board. That's what's so great about the business program is you're learning a little bit of every foundational business thing, like marketing, accounting, finance, HR. Like you have a really good, solid background of everything you need. So, and then also my interpersonal skills too. I think there's so much group work, so you learn how to work well with others, which is so important in the business world.
Yes.
So I also feel like I kind of know how to work with different types of people and how to navigate that. So, yeah.
I'm actually going to backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
So what made you choose business administration? Because that's more of a general course, I would say, compared to the others, compared to like business, human resources, or business marketing.
Yes. Actually, so when I first started here, I don't believe that was a choice. I think,
Really?
Yeah, I think that's new to the college where you can go into specifically I could be wrong, but I think
the marketing one is new for sure.
Yeah, I think that they added on some new, which is so amazing for people that know right away. I think that's awesome. The reason I chose general is because I was still a little bit up in the air. Like I didn't have enough knowledge in every single one to be like, yeah, I don't want to do that. So it allowed me to see which every single thing was like, and then be like, oh, I'm better at this and I like this more. Like I'm gonna choose more courses that way.
That's the fun part about the business program, because like coming in, I had no clue anything about accounting. I'm 18 years old. I don't know how to do it. But now I'm like, oh, like this is actually kind of fun.
Yes.
Like I would have never expected that.
Totally, I agree. Yeah, accounting. I actually liked accounting too. It's funny because you can do well in something too, but then you're still like, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, you get like 3 full years here to be like, this is the route I want to go, which is.
And then even if you continue that route, and you're like,
yeah,
I don't really love that.
Yeah, like you honestly don't have to know until you're graduated still, because even like I could have applied for accounting, finance jobs. Like I had enough courses and knowledge to apply for that. So yeah, it's really great.
Whenever someone asks me what do you want to do after school, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
My
we'll
options
see.
are open.
Yeah, no, it's so great.
If you had to describe your college experience in 3 words, what would they be?
I would say fun. I would say, I'm trying to like think of how to put this into words. Like, I don't know if this is not the question, but I think that it helped build my confidence. Like I can talk to anybody, but when it came to presenting or like a serious conversation, I would always panic.
Yeah.
So I think that really helped me grow. So I would say growth.
Growth, okay.
And then I would say seamless. The whole thing was seamless. It was like, it seems so stressful when you're picking your courses at the beginning and you're like, okay, I got to like pay for this and do this. But like Lambton makes everything so easy.
Yes. That's
which is so nice.
I noticed as well.
Yes.
It's very nice. It's very simple. I like it.
Yeah.
And one like kind of fun question. Where was your favorite spot to study at Lambton?
I would say they have a million study rooms, especially now. There's so many new amazing
With the
ones.
Expansion, there's like, every time I walk in the hallway, I find a new one.
Yes. I also loved, but at the other end of the school, there's like those big windows, and there was.
In the E.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that. I love like I
love studying there in the winter. And
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's so cute.
Yes.
Okay, was there anything else you would like to share with our audience today?
I would say for any local Sarnia people that my biggest advice is don't overlook the value of starting at Lambton. Like I know a lot of people think, oh, I got to go away. I got to get away. Like I just got to get out of the city. But it's so smart to go here. It's so affordable. It can lead to so many incredible opportunities just like it did for me. And I think there's so many pathways right now. Obviously, I know of Nipissing. That's the one I did. And I couldn't recommend it enough. But there's so many more that they're in the works of.
Yeah, I think they're trying to, with 2 other universities, which I can't name, but to be announced.
Yes. There's so many great options if you're thinking about getting a degree, but you want to ease into that post-secondary route or like keep it cost manageable. I also think taking advantage of everything Lambton has to offer is huge. They have so many great amenities and they're just growing every day. Yes. It seems like it just gets better and better every single day. And the professors, as I said, are amazing. Everyone's looking to help you. Student services is great. I think that you can become really, really successful if you take that step and come to Lambton.
That's a wrap on today's episode of Lines Behind Business. A big thank you to Ella Perry for sharing her story, insights, and advice. It's always inspiring to hear how Lambton students and grads are making the most of their journey. Did you enjoy this episode? Don't forget to tune in to the next one. You won't want to miss it. And don't forget, whether you're just starting out or planning your next step, there's a place for you here at Lambton College. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next time on Lions Behind Business.